Hello viewers, here is an attempt at qualifying for the Daily Race A in Gran Turismo 7 in this go-kart, on a track that is pretty horrific. This is my best time I managed to set at this lap here. My Ghost 100 milliseconds in front of me, and we've currently got 43.2 we need to beat, and this lap just managed to go slightly quicker. And the race that will follow is, well, quite dirty, and well, that line there, got quite lucky that I didn't spin it off on the curb, but it seemed to work. Try that 100 times, we'll be able to do that again. So across the line, and it's a 43.057. So we go into the daily race, and well, what position did I qualify in? 7th. Not the worst, not the best. Usually it seems to put me in either a really hard lobby and then a slightly easier lobby. I'm either qualifying 7th or 13th. So we start off the race, and it's relatively easy start. We've got Michael Schumacher behind me, and what looks like Michael Schumacher in front of me. Oh no, that's not actually, that's more like Fernando Alonso with that helmet. Anyway, what I've found in playing a lot of these kart races and Daily Race B is that the Spaniards are some of the dirtiest drivers in Gran Turismo 7, quite easily. I say that as I punt someone accidentally, I have to say, at the first corner and gain a couple of positions. Not my finest moment, and then not my finest moment on that curb either, as I'm just about to be overtaken here by Le Cos Hamlet Lewis. No idea what that means. It's French, so doesn't mean anything. But anyway, we carry on in 5th place, and we've managed to keep the Frenchman behind us for quite a while. It is very hard to overtake without the guy in front of you making a relatively significant mistake. As we come in to the shocking corner that is the last one, I get taken out by what I think was Zeno, the Spaniard, as he drops down the rankings. Standard Spaniard turning in on me, and me looking across for the course, make a shocking mistake and forget to look where I'm going, and he and 2 others pass me, 2 Spaniards. There's Zeno, who took me out, and Appa, who we will see later on in this video. Zeno in the white, Appa in the blue and the yellow helmet. Really just some of the dirtiest you'll ever see. So as we come in again to what can only be described as the worst corner in Gran Turismo 7, especially in this car anyway, we're not really making much impact on the 2 of them. But they're having a bit of a fight, and Appa loses his position to Zeno. Zeno clearly the faster of the 2 of them. He was up in 4th place when he took me out, and well, taking himself out in the process. And now he's managed to work his way back up the field. The top 3 Brits, clean drivers, have managed to pretty much pull away from the 2 Spaniards. Zeno might be able to catch on to them. And there's obviously someone in between them who I can't quite... Oh, that's the Frenchman. So as we go in to the chicane, again, pretty similar, but we have gained on Appa from the previous lap. And this is where things start to get quite tasty. That's my best lap of the race, because there'll have any Spaniard trying to take me out. But now I'm in a predicament. I qualified 7th, I'm in 7th. It's not a terrible race, but I was in 4th for all of that brief few seconds before I screwed it up on the straight. So we're gaining on Appa, we're gaining on him. What are we going to do? Fernando Alonso livery versus Ayrton Senna livery. Take the wide line, look for the inside. Doesn't happen, he cuts me off. There is contact, but I don't really know what I was supposed to do there. I didn't exactly damage him, but he definitely slowed me down, which seemed to be quite consistent as these last 3 laps would go on. As you know, hasn't really pulled away, but the top 5, I think from this moment on, generally do stay the same. The biggest battle for me is try and get 6th place, try and get something, a bit of a game position. It'd be very nice to do. I feel a bit warranted, having been kind of blocked off at this corner multiple times, but it was my own mistake that screwed me over on the straight. The Appa does kind of mess up that corner for the first time, go up the inside, and it was a little bit of a contact, but he left the space. Somehow or other he'd had a massive improvement on the exit than I have, which I don't really understand. So I'm a little bit annoyed at this point that he's had a speed increase over me when I've overtaken him after he's made a mistake. So yeah, well, maybe it was a bit of a blocking on the main straight that could be described as a bit dodgy, but I don't see it as dirty at all. But then I am slightly biased. Into hellish corner again, and he just completely takes me up out the inside. No contact, but he seems to have come off worse from that one. He didn't get a penalty for that. That should be noted. He did not get a penalty for that manoeuvre. So now, again, you know, it's like he's got extra brake horsepower in his go-kart compared to mine. You know, he's come off worse from hitting me. I've maintained my speed, and then he's got a better exit. And maybe not do the last chicane very well, but it didn't seem to make a huge deal of sense that he had such a massive slingshot on the main straight there. So this final lap, I've made my decision. I'm going for this no matter what. I'm not going to dive bomb him, but I'm taking my usual line. Space is there, and he just completely comes across me. I was ahead when that happened. Think everything should be fine, and then look at that. 3-second penalty on the last lap on the straight. I'm in 5th position, distance to Appa for the first time in the race, and I get demoted to 10th place. I think that is bullshit. And yeah, to make matters worse, I was thinking of typing something. I was thinking of googling dirty Spanish next Tuesday. You know, this sort of lark. 4,000 points for doing an 8-lap race is a bit of a joke if you ask me. 4,000 credits, so you should really get a bit more than that. And then look at that. Caught you1 dirty from Appa. The Frenchman calling Zeno a noob. The 2 Spaniards. Zeno got the Frenchman to 3rd place, probably with some dirty manoeuvre. And let it be said that, you know, the Brits get a hard time for being dirty in this game. But in my experience, having had many races, this just been one of them. It's the Spaniards you've got to watch out for. It really is. See you again.